Thank you for coming to my comedy podcast, Gene.
Of course.
How you feeling today?
Good. Can't complain.
So how long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing stand-up in May, it'll be 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you planning to going professional?
Yeah, I'm already a regular feature at Snappers Comedy Club. So
Awesome.
I do shows at both of those locations. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's in my taxes, so I consider myself a
Oh,
professional.
nice.
Yeah.
So,
Like, just barely. Like, we just got there.
nice. So last year you had a good year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And you mostly performed Tampa, Florida?
Yeah, well, not like Tampa's like in the middle of everything, so it's like around Tampa. It'll be like Clearwater, St. Pete, Lakeland, everything around it. Yeah.
How about Orlando and other areas?
I have not done Orlando in a while, but I do go to New Smyrna Beach and I do Madcap's Comedy Club from time to time. That's a good one.
Awesome. So tell us about like the style of comedy you do. Like,
I don't know, like I try to make it conversational comedy, but I just will have conversations, like the way that I come up with jokes, they just come up in conversation, like I'll be talking to like a friend and I'll say something, I'm like, oh, that's good, I should write that down, you know what I mean? And then I develop it and work on it on stage, and so I would say that my style of comedy is like a lot of misdirection and it's kind of on the darker side, a little like edgy, I guess.
so when did you find out that you kind of got a lot of humor in you and you can say it in a way that people find it funny?
Honestly, like growing up, my whole family was really funny. I didn't think
Really?
Yeah, my family was hilarious. But like, I never was really like the funny one because I was never very like super outgoing or anything
Right.
like that. I've always
Right.
been more reserved, and but when I started going to school and I started like emulating some of like the funny stuff my family would do and like developing my own sense of humor, like that's for sure. Like when I was, I think in like the third grade, my teacher at the end of class, she would let me get up in front of the class and tell jokes. And I
Oh,
was
really?
Like, yeah,
That's
I was
fun.
like 8.
Oh, wow.
So
you
I
started
didn't,
early.
Yeah, but I didn't know what comedy was or like whatever.
Oh,
so
yeah. That's so
it just never
funny.
yeah, and it just came back around full circle.
Oh, wow. Have you tried to develop some social media following? Like, have some social media presence?
No, I should, right?
Yeah.
That's the only way that it's ever going to work. However, I have been focusing more on just the material right now. However, like, because like when it comes to like just like sitting down and making videos, I don't do that very well. Like I'm good at just being in the moment.
Right. Right.
So when I was younger, I used to stream on Twitch. I was doing that before it was cool. Anyway, I used to stream on Twitch, and I did that for a while. And I was, starting to gain a following, but like I was embarrassed about it because I was like, I don't know, like I was just embarrassed about it, and I didn't ever want to tell any of my friends about it.
Why?
And I was like doing it so much, like I was working so hard at it. I'm like, man, I don't even have a life or anything. I just like work and I come home and I stream. I thought that was a bad thing, so I stopped, which I shouldn't have stopped. But if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't be doing comedy now. So I'm happy with where we're at.
I guess you can still do like YouTube streaming and Instagram streaming,
Right.
yeah?
So that's
yeah.
what I'm thinking I'll do now is maybe I'll start streaming again and then just like cutting clips from that and using that for content. That's
Yeah,
the idea.
that'd be great. How do people find you on social media, your accounts?
Everything is my name at Gene Bygene, JeanBygene.
Okay, awesome. I find live streaming is really, really hard for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Are you like, is it easier for you to like set up the camera and do
easier for
stuff?
me to like record and do it exactly the way I want it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But live streaming is very big right now. Like
It is.
it's huge. Yeah, people love to watch that. What would be your like ideal place to live if you can choose anywhere in the States?
I'm not really too picky. Like to me, I just want to be able to eventually
Yeah.
to be able to have something that I can do from home, like a podcast or something that
Live.
brings me income so I don't have to tour too much eventually, you know. I imagine I want to have a family someday, you know, stuff like that. So
Do you have TikTok account?
I do. Also my name, Gene Bygene.
Okay.
Yeah.
TikTok live streaming is really pretty good. Pretty good. And when
Yeah. I could be an NPC. That'd be tight.
I don't know. I think you can have your own style. You can do like comic, funny live stream.
Yeah.
That would be
Maybe.
very cool.
Maybe. When I used to stream on Twitch, that was like, because back in the day in Twitch, like you couldn't just, you had to be playing a video game.
Oh.
Back in the day, you had to.
Okay.
Like if there wasn't a video game on the screen, like they would kick you off.
Oh.
So eventually they came up with okay, you could just stream yourself and just talking to the audience, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. And that's what I always did the best on in that section.
So in live, when people come, you just interact with them, like
Yeah.
So
But
you're very good
weren't
at
all-
interacting. Okay.
I
That'd
say
be very
crazy
cool.
shit on the internet.
Like what?
I don't know. I once told somebody that their throat was so strong they could gargle peanut butter. I said that one time.
I think you're probably very good at like the little jokes out of nowhere. Like,
I try to, because that's like, you know, it's fun. It's always fun trying to like come up with like something on the spot or whatever. And sometimes it doesn't work. Like my girlfriend does not think I'm funny because she gets to hear every like even the jokes that don't work. You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
She hears all of them.
that's a challenge.
Yeah.
If
And-
you make her laugh one day.
yeah. That's the joke writing process, because it's like you don't just. It's not like you write a joke and you're like, oh, this is perfect. Like no, you write like 100 jokes and
Yeah.
then like maybe 10 of them work. So that's the game. A lot of trial and error in what we do.
Yeah, I can see you doing that. Just being home, and do you have the equipment right now? I mean, you just need a phone probably.
Yeah, I usually just use my phone. I have a PC that I built where
Nice.
I can type stuff on there too. But I'm more of like I'm like an active kind of person, so like I'll usually put on some music or something.
Nice. I mean, you already got a lot of experience.
Yeah.
So how many hours you did like one day, like top?
In one day in
Yeah.
terms of like stand up?
No, like a live stream.
Oh, live stream. Probably like 12 hours one time. I
Wow.
do not recommend that. Don't do that.
I
That is
did
so
it. I
dumb.
did 1 hour or two once, and that was so draining for me.
Oh, really?
How did you even do that?
Because it's like I'm just in the moment. Like I'm not. I don't
Wow.
feel like I'm working. I'm just
Wow, that's
streaming.
awesome. I
So-
think you're made for it.
Maybe I would never do 12 hours again. But if I did do it again, like probably like 4 hours, like
that's
3 or
pretty
4
good.
times a week would probably be solid. Yeah.
That's very good. How, like, do you get trolls a lot on the comments and stuff?
When I first started streaming, it was very racist back then.
Oh,
It was
yeah?
very easy for people, because I was like, there wasn't a lot of black people on Twitch back then.
Oh, yeah?
So people would just see my face in the thumbnail and they just come in and call me all types of words. Because they want to be able to say it to somebody and not have to deal with any consequences or whatever.
Oh, man.
But a lot of times, like, people would come in and they would do stuff like that, and then they would be like, I just came in here to troll you, but you're actually pretty cool. So, all right.
It's so funny when you can make the trolls like you.
Yeah.
You know, I
the
think
best.
that's what they want too.
Yeah.
They
Everybody
want
wants
that.
to, just enjoy themselves. Everybody just wants to have a good time. So.
Yeah, they kind of want your attention in a way.
Mhm. Oh yeah, of course they want the attention. Yeah, it's just the same thing as like hecklers at a show. Same thing.
So I guess you can handle online trolls very, very well. You don't really get offended.
I mean,
Or did you like one time? Pretty bad. On Twitch.
On Twitch?
Yeah.
No, there's so much, like, any racist thing you can imagine.
Right.
I've read it all. None of
So
that
nothing
bothered
can
me.
challenge you.
No, not like that. No.
So like TikTok and YouTube is like small, easy case for you. Those shows.
And I've gotten like hate comments already.
Oh, yeah?
Which were people like, oh, that's not funny or whatever. I'm like,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like, I don't care.
Where,
I'm
is
like,
it
what
YouTube or Instagram?
On YouTube.
Oh, YouTube is
yeah,
worse.
yeah.
I got like 20 trolls on Tuesday, and they were like, "This is not funny, not NOT capital."
Yeah. I always think that shit is weird. I'm like, why do you, for you to take the time, because if there's something I'm scrolling down and I don't like it, I just
Right.
scroll past it and
Right,
keep
exactly.
going. So for somebody to stop and be like, I don't like this, it's so weird. Like, dude,
And some of
find
them
something to
is
do.
so passive aggressive. It's like, I laughed so hard. You know, my front touched my back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But like, they can't be too aggressive about it anymore on YouTube.
How is it for like a girl? Because I've obviously heard that girls get a lot more like, or for a woman, I apologize.
I think I'm not afraid of trolls. What I'm afraid of is like stalkers.
Yeah.
Because
that's what
I
I've
got
heard.
that, and that got me scared.
You've had that kind of experience
I've
before?
have stalkers. They like would try to contact me in every social media platform
Jesus
possible.
Christ.
Yeah, and my information is out on the street. You know, you can find it anywhere. So that is the only part that gets me nervous.
Yeah. Jesus.
But because some people are crazy.
Yeah.
You don't know. Like online,
Mm-hmm.
some people are really crazy.
And I feel bad for like women comedians because like that is a thing. You know what I mean? You could say like maybe you get a heckler and you're making fun of him or whatever, and then he like follows you out of the club or some weird shit. Like,
I mean, as a comedian, you already so like you say the stuff already so offensive, and people think they can say the same things to you too. You know, it's already so out of line, all the things you say.
yeah.
And so their comment is a lot stronger. Like when I do music or sing, their comment isn't like that bad. But when you do comedy, they like come at you strong.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. To me, like, it's always easy for people to just talk shit about it, but it's like, unless you've been on stage, dude, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, when you're actually up there telling the jokes, like, you realize it's a totally different experience.
What platform would you mostly use? I guess if you have a few phones, you can do it all together. That's what people do. Like YouTube, Instagram,
Stream all at
TikTok.
once.
Like 3 phones, you know? What would you be on?
If I had to if I had to do just one platform
Yeah.
right now, probably TikTok. Because
Okay.
the biggest growth you'd probably see on there.
Exactly, yeah.
And the most like exposure, so you have like the most chances of catching people. And then after that, probably like honestly, for to being able to like book clubs in the future and stuff, Instagram and Facebook.
That's true.
Facebook
For
go
booking,
crazy. Yeah, for booking. Yeah. Obviously, if you want to do like bigger stuff and get to like work with people, then like Twitter could be great. I don't know.
Oh,
but
Twitter? I don't know. People
don't
on
know.
Twitter are so weird.
Yeah, I feel like Twitter only works well if you're like in a major city, like a Miami maybe, or a
Like DC, New York.
yeah, LA
But those
type
people
thing.
are like, I don't know, they're educated, creepy.
Yeah, I think it's there's some stuff on there that is hilarious though.
Yeah? Like what?
There's just like hilarious memes. Like, have you ever heard of somebody getting called Big Back before?
What's that?
Big. It's just a way that people call people fat now.
Big what?
Big back.
Big back.
So now instead of calling people fat, they'll just post a picture of somebody like with measuring tape measuring somebody's back. It's hilarious.
Oh my.
Twitter is hilarious.
I mean, Twitter is a different kind of aggressiveness.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I don't know, like, because they want to be mean, but they can't be, like, traditionally mean. You know, they're trying to find ways to...
Yeah, they're trying to be creative with it. For sure.
And but I'm kind of upset that the owner changed the name. I think, like, X kind of, like, lame.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
lame.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's one of those things where he doesn't change it to X because he thinks we're gonna call it X, but it's like the next generation
Yeah.
of people will probably call it X.
But we all call it Twitter because it's more, like
Yeah.
signature, you know? Like, if you say X,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us some more funny stories about like when you live stream on Twitch. I want to hear more about it.
There was a time where I used to have where people could request music to play in the background.
Okay.
I used to do that, and I had to stop doing it because people would request songs, right? And the song would start off normal,
Oh yeah.
and then in the middle it would switch
Oh yeah.
to a song that just would be like, I hate N-words. And I would just say that over and over again. And I'd have to be like, all right, well, now we can't do this anymore.
Who make that kind of songs?
A lot. It would be a couple people. It was
like
a lot.
Like black people make those songs?
I don't know. I have no idea. I know some of them did. I know one of them. I know one of them did. One of them. I can't even say the title of the song.
Because you can't say that if you're white, right? So only black people can make that kind of music.
Yeah, well, back then, I don't know if you know, but not everybody listens to the rules.
That's like 12 years ago?
This was, I'm not that old. This was 7 years ago. 7, 8 years ago.
Times has changed, I guess.
Yeah. This was like before everything became super PC and stuff, so it was very crazy back then.
Do you feel like the environment has been a little bit nicer towards black people?
It has, but like sometimes I feel like a little too much.
Oh yeah.
Like I'll
Why?
do jokes about like how my voice sounds, because I don't look how I sound, you know.
Right.
And I'll do that joke. And then people in the club will be like, "Oh no, it's fun." I'm like, "Dude, you can laugh at it. It's okay." Like,
they get a little bit nervous.
Yeah. Like, relax. Yeah, people get too nervous now. It's
Okay.
like, relax. We need to find like a happy medium.
Yeah, they're still very like afraid of actually offend you. Like some of the people.
And I'm like, dog, I can take a joke. It is okay.
I don't know. Like, I said a joke the other day. A black comedian. He said like, we were talking about the N-word, and he's like, "Oh, you Asians, you can say it. Like, say it. Like, I'm not gonna get offended." And I was like, "No, don't try to trick me. Don't try to trick me.
Don't do that." I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I used to be like that too.
Oh yeah.
I used to tell people like, "Oh, I don't care. It's just a word. Just say it, whatever." But I don't know. To me, it's just like I don't like talking about it. It's stupid, but to me, it's just like I don't care what you say at home.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say when I'm not around. Just don't say it to me. That's all I'm saying.
I guess like
Do
because
whatever you want.
I didn't grow up here, so like English words doesn't have a signature to me. Like I don't really have, like I don't know the agenda behind words.
Yeah.
But still, like I wouldn't risk it. So what are some like the nice experiences you had on Twitch?
I mean, I don't know. I've had a lot. I don't know. I've had people buy me stuff. That's nice.
Like what?
Like they would like buy me games and shit like that.
Oh, nice.
Like I've had people like buy me food and stuff.
Nice.
That's just nice, you know.
How? Like they just delivery order?
No, because nobody knew where I lived. But they would like send me money or
Oh,
whatever,
nice.
and be like, "Oh yeah, go buy yourself some food." I felt like a sugar baby. I felt like a cute girl. I was like, "Oh my god."
No,
really?
I mean you provided value to them. You
Yeah.
provided entertainment, and people like all sorts of entertainment. They don't want just social media. Like I mean, the main media platform, what they do, you know, they like a little bit more grounded, everyday sense
Yeah.
of.
I think people just want to like connect with each other. You know what I mean? So even if it's somebody like online, somebody that you've never really met in person or whatever, but you still feel that connection with them, like you're gonna be, you know. So I just think that that's really all people are looking for.
I would imagine most Twitch users are more like home, more introverted and play a lot of games. Like, did you have to talk about games a lot? What do you guys talk about on there?
Honestly, no. A lot of times the game would just kind of be in the background. You know, it's just like when you play games with your friends. Like a lot of times you'll just play a game, and the game you're playing the game, but it's not really about the game. It's just you're doing something in the background while you have a conversation with your friends. So when I'd be streaming on Twitch, we'd be talking about anything. I was talking about. I remember I was talking about. I would like to make a fur coat made out of chest hair. Like that was a thing that I was talking about for a long time. Like I wanted to go to prison and like shave all the dudes' chest hair and then make myself a coat out of it. That was one of my dreams.
Oh man.
If I find the clip, I'll send it to you.
That's so funny.
But yeah.
Do you-
Just anything.
Do you do a lot of like prison jokes?
No, because I've never been, and I never want to be. One of my best friends, he works in a prison though. He's a prison guard. He's a correctional
interesting.
officer, and he'll tell me stories, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like that does not sound like a fun place to be.
Oh
Fuck
yeah,
that.
but you could use those for like materials. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
When I met you, it was the
Divine.
Divine as a weird name, and you were just very nice, gentle person, and that
Thank you.
kind of like it scares me a little bit because like okay, what is the button that not to push with this person?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know?
Honestly, I'm pretty relaxed. To me, the only thing is just like and I'm always like, if you're doing something that like is getting on my nerves, I'm very communicative, so
Yeah.
I'll let you know, like, all right, cut it out. That's annoying. I feel like the only thing that'll really ever like piss me off like that is if you mess with like my family. I guess I feel like that would be the only thing that really.
Are you having a
turn out.
very good relationship with your family right now? They live in Fort Myers.
Yeah.
They're kind of far.
They live in Fort Myers. I mean, featuring at Snappers has been nice because it's like every month or every other month or so, like I'll spend a weekend down there, so I can just spend some time with them. Especially as like, you know, like my grandma's getting older, my mom's getting older, so it's like just nice to spend time with your family and stuff. Even when you can't stand them, but it's just, you know, it's just good to do that.
What about your sisters? Are they like in Tampa right now?
My sisters are also both back in Fort Myers. They're
Okay.
both, yeah.
Are they married? Or like having families now?
My older sister is. My little sister is not, but she's like 22,
Yeah, still young.
23, yeah.
Yeah. Are they very supportive of what you do, like comedy?
Surprisingly, yeah. I didn't think they would be.
Really? Why not?
Because I thought they would be like, this is a waste of time.
It's
you know,
not
blah,
a
blah,
real
blah, blah.
job.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was going to be like their take and stuff, but like, it's not.
Did they
And,
come to see you when you were there? Like,
No. No, they do not. I think my little sister has come to see me one time, and that's about it. And
I mean,
like, I'm afraid that like if I feel like I always have bad luck when I invite a friend. Like it ends up being a bad show. So that's why I don't like inviting. This is unrelated. I recently got pulled over after a show I was doing. What fucking show was it? It doesn't matter what show it was.
Okay.
But I was coming home from doing a show,
Uh-huh.
and I was speeding, which I do sometimes.
Oh,
But no, it wasn't even. I was like going like 10 over. I was doing like 60 and 50, like nothing crazy.
that's nothing.
And I was like, it was a good show, so I'm listening to music. You know, I'm like fucking turning the steering wheel or whatever. I'm going crazy. And then the officer thought I was drunk driving.
Oh.
Because I was like, you know, the music's playing and you're turning the steering wheel, you're like doing the most. I was just doing the most.
Oh.
Because I was like, I'm the only person on this road anyway. It's fine. Whatever. I'm
Oh.
just messing around. And he pulled me over. And when I get pulled over, I always tell them I'm a comedian. Every single time. And I've never gotten a ticket.
Well, what did he say?
Well, he was like, oh, you a comedian? Oh, wow. He's like, let me hear a joke. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah. Go ahead. I would
it
love
was
to hear.
not like, okay, so I was trying to think of the only like any police officer related jokes that I have, right? And
Oh
this was
wow,
the only
that's
one that I had.
so fun.
Yeah, he didn't like the joke, by the way.
Oh no,
but
what
he
did you say?
He just didn't like it, and he let me go anyway. But
I want to hear it, please.
but the joke, it was stupid. It was like, okay, so my cousin recently got hired at a police station as like a forensic analyst, so he'll like test stuff. And so, you know, he thinks he's better than me because that's what he does, and I do stand-up.
Right.
And I'm like, so, like, your job's not that cool. What do? You just test semen stuff. You just test stuff for semen all day, right? So they'll be like, oh, here this is. Can you test this for semen? And then he'll grab it and he'll be like, okay, I'll check it for. All right. And he didn't like it. He did not like the joke. And but he let me go anyway, so that's all that matters.
All right,
Yeah.
we find a new way to get out of speeding tickets.
Yeah. And he was
Oh,
like,
that
he
was
was
so
like, yeah, I didn't really like that. He was like, you're probably just nervous. I'm like, yeah, no shit, because you're pulling me over for drunk driving. I wasn't drinking, though.
So, what areas do you find like you still need improvements as a comedian?
One thing I want to get better at for sure is like, a lot of times I feel like every single joke I have has to be like the big, everybody in the room is laughing joke. And I have to get better at just writing the little jokes along the way,
yeah?
too. Yeah.
It's hard because when you first start doing it, you want to like hit it hard because nobody knows you, and all the competitions are like strong jokes. So you got like hit with very strong jokes. Like
Yeah.
I watch those people on like big specials. They tell little jokes and people laugh, and we don't get that. We don't get that. I guess unless you get a following or.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. I just think that for me, something I've noticed that I've been talking about recently is like actually performing in a club is like a whole different world.
It is.
Than an open mic. It's ridiculous. It's a whole different world than like a showcase, like at a bar or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you can survive those rooms, if you can survive the bars and the shitty kava bars and like, the bars where nobody's paying attention, everybody's just watching the game. If you could survive that, when you get to the comedy club, it'll be so easy.
Yeah.
Like you'll kill it. Yeah. It's much easier.
So like you said you got the humor from your family. Is it like a teasing sense of humor? Or
Oh,
like
for sure. Yeah.
So did you feel bad about it getting teased? Like I know some family do it hard, but like were you okay with it? Like
obviously no, but
how
it's
did they tease you?
Oh, dude. Everything you can think of. Because I grew up with all sisters, like all girls in the house, right?
Oh, okay.
So like my sisters used to tease me all the time, or like bully me, stuff like that. And that's just like normal, like
Right.
kid stuff. And it helps you have that like thicker skin, and like everybody says, like comedy comes from trauma, so that's like part of it too. So I
Right.
don't know. It definitely helped. It's definitely made me who I am, for sure.
Where did you grow up? You said Fort Myers?
Yeah. So I grew up in Fort
How was
Myers.
that experience besides your family, outside of your family?
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, Fort Myers sucks, dude.
Yeah, why is that?
We grew up, we called it Fort Misery. Like, it's just...
What?
Yeah, it's just... I don't know how to explain it. It's like... Everybody there is very miserable.
What?
Not...
I didn't know that.
Damn, the Fort Myers people are gonna come after me. But it's just not... In my experience growing up there, it just wasn't great. And, like, maybe it's because I, like, grew up poor, so, like, maybe I would have sucked anywhere I was. But it just felt... Even when I go there now, I feel like, oh, my God, get me out of here. But, that's home. That's where my family is. So I still enjoy going. Like, a lot of friends and stuff I have live there. Shout out to y'all. And it wasn't great, but I feel like that kind of leads. Like, I have so many, like, crazy stories.
Like
of stuff
what?
that's happened there. This was when I was older, actually. I went down there. I think this was one of the first comedy shows I did down there since I came up here to Fort Myers.
Yeah.
Or up to here to Tampa. I was driving down these back streets, and I'm following this car. I'm going to my mom's house.
Right.
I'm driving through these back streets, and it's a Cadillac. And they have a paper plate on the back of their car. So then, we're just driving down the same street.
Right.
And then the Cadillac stops. And this girl, she jumps out the passenger, and then she grabs the paper tag, she rips it off the car, and she just starts running. I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? And then a guy, he gets out the driver's seat, he starts chasing her, grabs the paper tag, and he like kicks her down. Like there was like a ditch, and she fell down in the ditch, and he just gets back in the car and just drives off. And I was like, all right, I'm home. This is it. This is crazy. Yeah, crazy, very crazy town, for sure.
What else do you do besides comedy? For fun?
Besides comedy, I don't know. I work out. I bless you. I play video games.
What kind of video games?
Right now, I have been playing Persona 3 Reload. That's been fun. What else? I just started playing Baldur's Gate with some friends. And then Overwatch from time. Actually, no, I don't. Dead by Daylight. I do play that, though. That's fun. All right, this has been Gene by Gene. If you enjoyed listening, please hit me up on my Instagram or TikTok or Facebook. They're all Gene by Gene, JeanBygene. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. See you guys next time.